Hi, my name's Chris. In this video we'll be going through getting started with a Raspberry Pi. We'll cover how to set up a Pi and how to configure it. First we'll talk about what is a Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi is a cheap but powerful general purpose microcomputer that is often used to teach programming in schools. So as you can see, this is the architecture of a Raspberry Pi. So we have the two USB ports here that are used for peripherals. So that's like a mouse and a keyboard. We have the Ethernet port there used to connect to the internet. We will be using the HDMI port to connect to a monitor. The micro USB connected to power the device. And then the SD slot underneath, which contains the SD card. What you'll need to set up your Raspberry Pi. First thing we will need is a Raspberry Pi. The second is a micro USB charger. The third thing is an Ethernet cable. The fourth thing is an HDMI cable. The fifth thing is a keyboard and mouse. The final thing you will need is a computer monitor. Setting up the Raspberry Pi. First, connect the HDMI cable. Next, connect the USB for your mouse and keyboard. In this case, I am using a wireless one, but a wired one will work as well. Next, connect the Ethernet cable. Before we insert the power cable, just make sure that the SD card is fully inserted into the SD reader. Finally, carefully connect the power cable. You will see that there is an LED appearing on. So once your Raspberry Pi is up and running, this is the display that you should see. We will now look at configuring the Raspberry Pi. So now that the Raspberry Pi is set up, we're going to set up your user account. So go to the terminal in the top left. Once that opens up, type in sudo raspi and then config. Drop down to this change user password, hit enter and type in your new password. Please note when you type in your password it won't actually appear on the screen, so just take that into consideration. Then press enter and your password will be successfully changed. Then go to finish. What we'll do now is update your system, so type sudo apt-get update and hit enter and this will update your system. I hope you found this video useful for getting started with your Raspberry Pi. Thank you for watching.